It's Ben Friedman here, and today we are going to tinker with Sultai Delver. This is a Sultai Delver build that is very, very close to the wildly successful Malamujo-based deck. Malamujo is a European player who has gotten tons and tons and tons of trophies on Magic Online via mostly this deck in Legacy Leagues, and his build is pretty good. I am actually in a Facebook group chat with him and a bunch of other Sultai Delver players, and he just keeps on winning with it. So he and the other folks suggested that I gave it a shot, and that's exactly what we're going to do today. And yeah, let's go over the list. I think it's got a lot of play to it, a lot of free win equity, which is always something nice in Legacy. So we start with 9 different fetch lands. In this list, it's 3 Misty Rainforest, 3 Polluted Delta, and 3 Verdant Catacombs. But you can kind of mix it up as long as your lands can fetch all of the Sultai-colored duals. We've got, our 2 Bayous. In addition to that, we have 4 Underground Seas and 1 Tropical Island. And then our 4 Wastelands round out the mana base. So it's a pretty clean mana base. 20 lands, because this deck goes a little bit higher in its mana cost than most traditional Delver decks. Although you could play it with 19. We also have 4 Brainstorm, 4 Delver of Secrets, 4 Ponder, 4 Deathrite Shaman, and 3 Fatal Push in the main deck as our 19 cards that cost 1 mana. We have 4 Dazes, 4 Hymn to Tourach, 4 Tarmogoyf, and 2 Abrupt Decay. Then we've got 2 Liliana of the Veil. We've got 4 Force of Will, and of course 1 Tombstalker. That is basically the main deck. It's got the Delver core, but it's also got Hymn to Tourach and Liliana of the Veil as a heavier discard base, and those give you some free wins. Sometimes you Hymn to Tourach your opponent, and you take both their lands, and then they don't do anything. So that's kind of nice. Let's take a look at the sideboard, which has some other cool stuff going on. This sideboard is fairly diverse. We've got 1 Snapcaster Mage, 1 Jace the Mind Sculptor, 1 Engineered Explosives, 1 Leovold, Emissary of Trest, 1 Deadweight, 1 Null Rod, 1 Diabolic Edict, and then we've got, of course, 2 Golgari Charms, 3 Thoughtseizes, and 3 Surgical Extractions. And yeah, I mean, it's just a generally pretty good deck. I'm pretty excited to battle with it, and we'll see how it takes care of me in this league. Let's get right to it. All right, here we are. We are on the draw, playing against. Look at his shadow. All right, I repeat. Maybe our opponent is playing Death's Shadow. You never know. Ooh, Chancellor of the Annex. Well, not much we can do. It appears that our opponent is reanimating some things. Let's see what we can do. Well, the answer is nothing right now. There's a white mana and a black mana. I smell a collective brutality. Discarding an Iona and causing us to discard a card. There it is. Okay. Alright, here we go. With a land and a pass the turn. And there is a reanimate. Black. Great choice. Well, I believe we're dead. Alright, let's go to the sideboard. Alright, Thoughtseize, 1, 2, 3. Not Deadweight. We'll be taking that one back out. Goodbye, Deadweight. We will bring in Snapcaster. I will bring in Jace. And not explosives. I will take out one land. I will take out one Tombstone. Oh, well, we got to take out our pushes and our decays, and then I can take out a Tombstalker because it's a 5/6. That is, well, the question is Tombstalker versus Tarmogoyf. We could take out 2 Tarmogoyfs and leave in 1 Tombstalker. That's probably fine, actually. We'll keep in matching Tarmogoyfs. Why not? We'll keep in 2 matching Future Sight Tarmogoyfs. The rest of it seems pretty normal. We could maybe, I don't know, could bring in Edict. It seems pretty loose. Could bring in Leovold. It will stop our opponent from drawing cards with Faithless Looting. Other than that, it's pretty bad. Edict also pretty bad. Yeah, let's just rock and roll like this. Okay. I would like to play first. And this is a keepable hand. Here comes Ponder. Brainstorm under Deathrite under Daze. Now let's see what our opponent does. Lotus Petal, okay. Faithless Looting, sure. Thoughtseizing us. I will Daze. Then we are going to play a Deathrite. Okay. That is a Marsh Flats sacrificed. Animate Dead, targeting Iona. Goodbye, Iona. So Iona is gone. And our opponent has an Entomb in their hand. They can get Gristlebrand, Tidespout Tyrant, Sire of Insanity, Chancellor of the Annex. Alright. And they do, in fact, have 3 Blood Moons that they boarded in. Something to keep in mind. Okay, here is a Brainstorm. And I will put back a Misty Rainforest underneath a Deathrite Shaman. Play the Misty. Pass the turn. Opponent has a Faithless Looting that I'm going to make disappear now. Via fetching Bayou. Goodbye, Faithless Looting. Alright, so our opponent has one Entomb in hand. I'll cast this Brainstorm. Put back Liliana, Tombstalker. And we will continue. Let's go with a Tombstalker. 1, 2. Exile 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. And our opponent's going to 14 from the Deathrite. Then we will untap, put them to 9, and then we'll just have them on a single turn. That is a Collective Brutality just to kill this Deathrite Shaman. Discarding a Marsh Flats. Oh no, no discard. Excuse me. Okay. I will take the Brutality. 14. Then I will attack. Our opponent goes to 9. And I think that'll probably do it. A Blood Moon. Goodbye, Blood Moon. Alright, and I will exile the Thoughtseize. I will him to Tourach, my opponent. I think this might be the end. Alright. Now, let's think. Well, it's possible that I could have Abrupt Decay still in. The reason being that Abrupt Decay can kill Blood Moon, and it can kill an Animate Dead. Question is it worth it? I think it's probably not, as having to hold up green and black is really annoying and really difficult. I think this is we're just gonna keep it. But it is something to think about. Might end up looking foolish. This is another tremendous hand. Here our opponent goes. Interesting. Okay. We're going to start with the Thoughtseize. That's going to resolve because we have these surgical extractions. Clap, clap. Here's the Gristlebrand, of course. I will probably take the Brutality. Just a regular duress. Okay, you got it. Our hand is very, very redundant, which is good. Sent us a message. Our opponent knows that we have a strong hand. Alright. Well, this is why we play surgicals. You can't beat Black-Red Reanimator without enough surgical extractions to take care of business. Hopefully, this will teach our opponent that we mean business. That's one of them. I'm going to cast the main phase Brainstorm. I'm going to put back 2 copies of Hymn to Tourach. And I'm going to Wasteland my opponent. Alright, we're going to have a little bit of a slow burn game here. Okay. Exhuman, Bloodstained Mire are discarded. That's crazy. Our opponent's hand must be really good. There is another Exhume. Alright, well, I'm going to first start by surgicaling the Gristlebrand. Animate Dead and Faithlessly. Goodbye, Gristlebrand, Gristlebrand, and Gristlebrand. And then we're going to do a Snap Surgical on this. So opponent has Animate Dead, Faithlessly. Okay. And there's the Snapcaster Mage. Our opponent is probably not pleased. Surgical Extract Iona, Shield of Emeria. Goodbye, Iona. Our opponent now has 4 Chancellors, a Tyrant, and a Sire to kill us with. And they cut their Blood Moons. Interesting. Alright, excellent. That was just the break we needed. A Bayou into him to Tourach. Goodbye, those cards. Now our opponent is definitely struggling. They've got a fistful of nothing. Okay. Sure. Oh, him to Tourach you. Okay. Here is a Brainstorm. We'll go Underground Sea. Put Thoughtseize underneath. Underground Sea, I suppose. Him to Tourach you. Okay. I'll play the sea. Okay, and Entomb. Thoughtseize me. Cast the Brainstorm in response. I will put a Force of Will underneath a Surgical Extraction. I'm going to cast a Ponder. I'm going to put Force of Will in my hand in case our opponent top decks and Exhume. We're going to put Daze and then Underground Sea. So Underground Sea, Daze, and then Force of Will. No, not shuffle. Alright, we win the match. We'll be back for round 2 after this. Alright, here we are on the draw in round 2. This hand is keepable. Not stellar, but keepable. Let's see what our opponent leads off with. Taiga, Mox Diamond. Alright, it is lands. Force, pitch, and force. Alright, this is going to be a challenging game. We're going to actually lead off with Delver here to tempt our opponent to kill it. No lands to get. Goodbye, Delver. Okay, let's draw a land. Nope. See Deathrite. Alright. Okay. Let's hope it's not Life from the Loam. Alright, we lose. Let's go to the sideboard. In our sideboard, we have Surgical, 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 Leovold, Golgari Charm, Diabolic Edict, Snapcaster Mage, Engineered Explosives, and Jace the Mind Sculptor. Cards I don't love are Liliana of the Veil. I don't like him to Tourach very much. Not at all. It's not very good against the Life from the Loam style deck. I don't like Fatal Push. It doesn't do anything. I don't particularly think we need all those Tarmogoyfs. I mean, Tarmogoyf is bigger, so maybe it's better than a Delver. So it can't get Punishing Fired. That's fine. Okay, let's rock and roll like this. I would like to play first. I'll keep this hand. We're going to go with a turn 1 Delver. Sure. I do want to reveal that card. Send it back. Okay. I'm going to get a Tropical Island, Abrupt Decay, the Chalice. Cast a Ponder. I'll put my Misty under Daze under Wasteland. Wasteland the Ghost Quarter. Okay. Our opponent is gambling. Okay. Cast a Ponder. I'll put Misty under Force under Wasteland. No, play Wasteland. Surgical Life from the Loam. Take the Life from the Loam in their hand. The ones in their deck. So they have a Punishing Fire in their graveyard, a Punishing Fire in their hand. They have Thespian Stage. They can Raw Dog their Thespian Stage plus Dark Depths. Or they can crop rotate for it. Or they can try and Punishing Fire out our Deathrite Shaman. They've also got 4 Groves to make that happen. Okay. Alright, let's see what happens now. I'm gonna exile this Punishing Fire. Okay. Okay. Get an Underground Sea, cast the Jace. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, I will put back Snapcaster under Deathrite and pass the turn. I will draw 3. Put back Daze underneath C. Play a Deathrite. I'm going to Brainstorm. I'm going to put back Daze underneath C. Play a Deathrite Shaman. Play a Wasteland. Exile Punishing Fire. This should probably be sufficient. I'll Brainstorm with Jace. I'm going to put back Daze, play a C, pass the turn. Destroy that enchantment during the upkeep. And we win. Now, for this one, I'm wondering if maybe we want to cut a Delver for Thoughtseize, but Delver can be pitched to Force. And yeah, I'm pretty okay with just keeping it as is. Alright, let's rock and roll. Alright, this is a great hand. Okay. We will send it back. Let's go with the Deathrite Shaman. We're probably just dead, but it's possible that our opponent wants to play it safe. Yeah, they know the tricks. Yeah, we would have gotten there too with the damn Wasteland. Now we're just super dead. Alright, we lose. We'll be back for round number 3. Alright, here we go. We are again on the draw. We will keep. Okay. Okay. Seems like it might be elves. Not a great matchup for us. But we might be able to win. Opponent seems to have kind of a slow hand. I'll get a Bayou. Make blue. Cast Delver. Cast Tarmogoyf. Okay. Oh, force pitching force. Okay, revealing Liliana, no. Sacrifice a creature, please. We didn't attack with the Delver because I want my opponent to not be able to kill Liliana easily. They're not likely to trade, but they were like reasonably likely. Alright, there's that. They were reasonably likely to just ping in for one with the Heritage Druid if they could afford it. They're attacking Liliana. Alright. I'm gonna block to choke them on mana a little bit. Make Tarmogoyf bigger. Okay. Guess we're not choking them on mana these days. Maybe we'll hit a land. We can uptick Liliana. Don't shuffle, play this. Get a C. Alright. Hit something that's not great. I think they're like 40% to hit something that's medium or worse. That's pretty good. That was the one we kind of didn't want them to hit. Put Daze under Brainstorm under Wasteland. Wasteland the Cradle. Alright, you're dead next turn. Don't kill me. Alright, I'm at 12. Get rid of Green Sun Zenith. Nice. It's always nice to win against elves. It's not a very good matchup for Bug Delver. And we get to sideboard Explosives, Leovold, Golgari Charm, Snapcaster Mage, Deadweight, and we get to sideboard some Thoughtseizes. Tarmogoyfs are kind of medium. We're definitely cutting 2. Let's see. We can cut a Daze on the draw. Him to Tourach is pretty bad. Especially on the draw. In play, it might be better. Maybe just cut 2 Delvers. Delver is kind of whatever, especially on the draw. I don't know if we want Jace. We just want to keep cutting into our Delver count. On the draw, it's probably bad. We'll cut a Liliana for 1. Whatever. What's the worst that can happen? Indeed, what is the worst that can happen? Who can say? This hand is medium. I'm going to keep it because we have the strengths of Brainstorms to kind of see us through here. Sure. Nice top deck. Okay. Ow. Now what? A lot of Nettle Sentinels. They're Golgari Charm immune. Interesting. We're going to fire off an end-step Brainstorm, which is unusual, but we may end up choked on mana this game. I'm actually going to put Verdant under Bayou. Let's see what a Thoughtseize turns up. Come on. Alright. It's working. Take the ooze. And we'll keep going from there. Definitely possible that our opponent just beats us with Nettle Sentinel, Dryad Arbor, mediocre beats. If this is another Nettle Sentinel, we might lose. If our opponent... Green Suns for Nettle Sentinel. They just showed us that they drew a fetch land? Alright, interesting. So we're going to 10. And probably 5. Nice double Golgari Charms. Tropical Island. Black. Green. Black. Green. One, 2, 3, 4. I'll put Ponder under EE. This one is going to go our way. Oh man, our opponent is really taking a while here. We know we win, come on. Oh my god, alright. EE under, or snap under EE. Play a Leovold, blue, black, green. Alright, cool. We win. We'll be back for round 4. Alright, here we go. We are again on the draw. I'll keep. And our opponent starts us off. Not too much we can do other than accept our fate at the hands of this here Goblin Guide. Sometimes, son, you just get burned. I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and the flames went higher. And it burns, 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 the ring of fire. Alright. I'm gonna try it. We're already like pretty far behind. I want to take a risk. Risk didn't pan out, but that's alright. Here comes Big Goofy. Well, I'm gonna block. Okay, we may survive. Immune. I think we want to put the clock on our opponent here. Yeah. Okay, we take 5. It's 5 to 15. We'll ponder. Any order, and yes, I will shuffle. Alright, nice. This one we're going to hold back on. Oops. I will gain 2 life. Well, I'm forcing that. Let's think. We can, alright. If I don't want to give my opponent much time. That's the thing. So I think I have to make an attack and then block, put them to, or gain some life. Yeah, okay. So let's make the attack and see what happens then. I don't think that we're winning unless, well, if our opponent draws Fire Blast, we're not winning. Okay, great. And our opponent dies. And that's the end of that one. Wow, that was close. Man, always one card. It's just one more burn spell would have gotten it for him. Alright, in the sideboard we see a whole lot of nothing. Deadweight, Edict, Snapcaster. Cutting a Wasteland. Their deck is all basics, of course. Cutting possibly a second Wasteland, actually. Him is good. It's possible that Snapcaster is not necessary here. Edict probably is actually not necessary. I think Decay is a little better than Edict. Alright, let's rock and roll like this. This hand is... I think that this hand is fine, but not great. Let's see. Yeah, let's take a mulligan. This hand is a keep. Bottom that. We're looking for a land. I think it's better to take that risky decision. Nothing wrong with taking a calculated risk here. Okay, well, it may not pan out. No. So we're looking for a land. Okay. Well, we're probably getting bolted here. Man, sure would be nice to have a fatal push. Instead, we just go to 10. Opponent has 3 cards in hand. We're 10. Yeah, I mean, we're not winning this one. We won't concede, but we're super dead. I still defend that decision. Force push Brainstorm and 4 lands on the draw is pretty weak. I would rather have a hand with a relevant 1-drop. Although I suppose you just are going to go push into Brainstorm. I don't know. Alright, well, we're dead. Thanks for playing. Yeah, on the play, that hand is a lot more appealing to me. On the draw, it was all fetches. We're just going to be generally taking a ton of damage before anything gets going. And we're relying super heavily on Brainstorm to do stuff for us. Against almost any deck other than exactly Burn, I think that's a really good hand. But, alright, we're going to be on the play for once. And this is a keep, thankfully. Tremendous. We're going to go with a Verdant, fetch a C. Play Deathrite. Finally, our Dazes will do stuff for us. Great, grand, and wonderful. We're going to make blue, Delver, and Delver. Okay, we're pretty far ahead here. Don't Pyroclasm us. Alright, nope. Yes. Nice. We'll put push under Misty, under him. No shuffle. Play Delta. Crack Delta. Get ourselves a Bayou. Exile Delta. Get black mana. Continue hitting Mountain Fire Blast. Can't complain too much about that hit. We are getting our Delver bolted, okay. I can just pass, actually. Gain some life. Give me that Goblin Guide. How do you feel about a Hymn to Tourach? Okay. I don't understand. Why didn't you Firecraft something? Alright, whatever. Well, you've been hymned. You've pitched 4 cards. Mountain, Fire Blast. You're just hard casting a Rift Bolt. Forcing that. It's getting Fire Blasted, okay. You have no cards in hand, 1 mountain in play, and we're at 19. This is going to be an uphill battle for you. Okay. Here's a Deathrite. Goodbye, Deathrite. Here is a Beefy Beater. You're on a pretty short clock. We're going to go with a Liliana of the Veil. One, two, three. Uptick. Okay. Okay. I will discard a Fatal Push. Alright, nice hit on the Liliana. Here is a Ponder. We're going to put Force under Bayou, under Deathrite. Attack you to 6. Play Deathrite. And the Tarmogoyf is going to take it on home for the good guys here. But it was mostly the hints to Tourach that really did all the work. Oh my god. It's always the peeled Searing Blood that makes things just a little bit interesting. I mean, it doesn't really matter. You are at 1. And during the end step, I can decay. Black, green. And that, my friends. What? Oh. That's funny. Alright, we'll be back for the final round after this. Hooray! For the 5th and final round, we get to play first! And we have a good hand! Praise! Alright, here we go. Misty Rainforest says, I'm getting an underground sea, says Delver of Secrets, says your turn. This is the start that dreams are made of. Okay. I'm not going to fight over it with a Daze because I want to cast this turn 2 Hymn to Tourach. Let's get some free wins. Whoops. 1, 2. Baleful Strix Fatal Push. Jeez. Well, here's a Delver. A little brainstorming. Okay. Alright. I don't want to reveal it. I also do want to draw it. Here is a Deathrite. Should probably be a Volk. A little Grixis deck. Grixis control. Grixis control. Okay, you have played a ton of removal. Let's draw a Hymn to Tourach. No, but I am gonna fetch. For Tropicool Island. Alright, we'll cast a little Brainstorm. Excellent. Fatal Push. Underneath Force of Will. Wasteland. Wasteland the Valk. Force of Will, under Fatal Push, under Deathrite. No shuffle. Here's Deathrite. I will flip. And send it back. Okay. Goodbye, Fatal Push. This is just a Grixis discard and removal deck. Goodbye, Fatal Push. This is in order to prevent our opponent from playing some Snapcaster trick on us. Okay, for life. Okay. Well, that's a pretty good one. Bang, bang. And I'll exile land, Tarmo, Deathrite, Delta, Deathrite. Alright, don't have Damnation? Strix into land push? Close enough. Alright. Okay. Well, if we lose this, I'm going to be pretty sad. Wasteland. Not particularly good right now. Man, don't think I could have done anything particularly differently here. Okay, I'm just gonna play it. Yep. Alright, let's get a Tarmogoyf. Nice. Tarmogoyf action, never hurt anyone. Now our opponent can't attack. Unless they draw, of course, a Snapcaster Mage. We'll play this to keep our Force of Will alive. Looking for a Liliana, a hint to Tourach, a Deathrite. Yeah, that's going to get Force of Will. Spell Pierce, of course. Well, this is demoralizing. Our opponent going Baleful Strix into push number 3 was kind of a T, as the kids say. Alright, we're going to have to make this block. Maybe you drew a fetch land? No, you didn't draw a fetch land. You drew a Trinium Nemesis. Or a Gurmag Angler. Alright, well, we're going to lose. Okay. Alright, well, let's go to game 2. That was a crazy game. Okay. Leovold, Jace, Snapcaster Mage. Our opponent is not wastelanding us, so we can cut a land. Probably can cut an Abrupt Decay as well. 2 Abrupt Decays. Fatal Pushes can be replaced with Thoughtseizes. Probably. Maybe we can cut this Bayou. Yeah. Our opponent might have Blood Moon, so that's why I like Thoughtseize a decent amount here. Alright, let's rock and roll. Alright, we will play first. I'll keep. Alright, Underground Sea says your turn.
They are wondering what they should do. Getting the black mana and Thoughtseizing us. Alright, let's draw. And here comes a Baleful Strix. Ponder, sure. Here's a Tarmogoyf. There is a Strix. And a Ponder. Let's draw a Brainstorm, maybe? I don't know. Alright, here is another Goyf and a Deathrite Shaman. Inquisition of Kozilek takes probably Daze. It took him, okay. Okay. Let's cast a Brainstorm. And I will put him underneath Jace. Are they gonna play Jace? Indeed. Slam it. We're gonna put Wasteland under. Excuse me. No, we'll put Wasteland under. Well, now we're probably dead. Oof. Yeah, kind of figured. Alright, yeah, we're super dead here. This is the end of this, and yeah, not a great matchup. Couple of things I could have done differently, including I could have wasted my opponent, and I could have plus 2'd the Jace, but it seemed, yeah, I don't know. Man, super close. Yeah, I guess it's probably just correct to try and pin my opponent with Wasteland there. Not really sure. Legacy's a tough format. We'll say it like that. But anyway, this is Sultai Delver. It's a fairly good deck, and I am definitely willing to give it a shot in the future. But for right now, I'm going to keep tinkering in Legacy because it's an awesome format, and I hope that you all will join me in subsequent videos as I continue to tinker with Legacy. All right, take it easy, everyone, and have a great week.